Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing my first impression for the chrome brush set that I had shown in my mini haul on my lip swatches, and it's called the All Eyes on You the Essential Kit. So that's what it looks like, and like I showed you before, all the brushes came in this little plastic thing with the grooves and everything, but I just used them, so they're gonna be dirty. I just created this look. This is gonna be my anti-Valentine's Day look, so I'm not sure which is gonna come out, if I'm gonna put this video up first or if I'm gonna put the makeup look up first. Whichever comes up first, I will link the other, so you could either look below or I'm gonna annotate it somewhere here in the video. So this is just a quick review. The first thing that I used was I think this is let me get the box to make sure that I tell you guys the correct names. The first thing I used was the angle liner and the spoolie, which is exactly as it is called. It is an angle brush and it has just a spoolie on the end, and to me this is great for the brows. I did my brows today with them, and I don't know, I absolutely love how my brows came out. I actually used the brush to take the product off of the pencil. I found it really did a good job on my brows. It didn't put too much product, but then on the tails I got a perfect line just like that, and I did not have to clean up my brows with concealer. And I usually like to do that to get that really sharp look, but using this brush was just perfect. I had perfect control. It's the perfect kind of firmness to the brush, although it is a little on the thick side. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, my hand's dirty, sorry. I don't know if you could see the thickness of it, but it's probably about twice as thick as I would usually want an angle liner. I still think for the brows it's a perfect thing, and the spoolie is just a normal spoolie, so that I have nothing more to say about that. This one is called the Firm Shadow Brush and Pointed Eyeliner. So on one end it has a brush that looks like this, and this is the liner brush that they have. It's not particularly the best shade that I have seen, and I actually did not do liner in this video, so I can't tell you how it works, but it is a lot more flexible, I should say, more flexible than I would like my liner brush to be. This brush, they're saying you can use it to apply shadow to the lids. Honestly, it's a bit too stiff for me. I don't like the feeling. I use this actually to apply the concealer all over my face, and I found it a tad bit rough on my skin, like it poked my skin as I pressed it in. So I wouldn't suggest this for somebody with sensitive eyes. I have sensitive eyes. I think this is a bit too tough. I know after a while when you use it, the tips of the brush will become a little bit more soft with use, and after you wash it for a while, but I would more use this for my face, and some people might not use it altogether because it is a little bit rough. But it did a great job for applying my concealer, and I actually started to blend out the edges just a little bit, so I have no problem with this. As for the liner, I'm gonna have to try that because I didn't try it this time because I didn't do liner, but from my first thoughts of it, it seems a little bit too soft to me. I prefer my liners to be a little bit more stiff. So the next thing that I used was the blending fluff and round crease. So this is what it looks like. Please excuse them because as you can see, I used black and this is a white brush, so this is what happens. Yeah. Anywho, moving on. This brush is, let me see, if you're on YouTube, you usually see the girls use a MAC 217 brush. This puts me in mind of that because it is slightly flat on the side, but yet still it's a little round at the top and kind of, I don't know, it's not quite pointed, but it does put me in mind of that brush, and it is really good for blending out the crease. Like if you have colors that are a little bit harder to blend, this is the perfect, I think, brush for that. I wouldn't call it a fluffy brush. It's not particularly fluffy. The give is not as soft as some of my other brushes, but I did an excellent job for what I wanted to do. I got control. I was able to place it where I wanted it to be, and I was able to blend out exactly how I wanted it to be blended. But in terms of softening the edge, like really soft and diffuse, you're gonna have to use something a little bit more fluffy. The other one now is the, what's this one called? The brown crease, and it's pretty nice actually. It comes into a point like this, so it's really good for getting into the crease and applying the color very what's the word, precisely. So I like that. And you can actually do a little bit of blending with this as well, smoke it out. It would be really good for smoking out the bottom lash line. I didn't use it for that purpose. I actually just used it to concentrate the black right in my crease to get kind of like that cat eye effect, sort of like a cut crease but not quite. But I really do like this brush. This particular brush, both ends, I can see myself using this if I really want to do like a cut crease or something that involves a shadow that is a little bit harder to blend. This is a really good brush. I really like this one. The oval shadow and the pointed crease brush. This one is really soft. I would not really go about using this to place color on my eyes, simply because I do prefer a brush that's a little bit more stiff and a little bit more flat. So I think if anything, I would use this to blend out my colors, because I think this particular brush might be natural here, so it's a little bit more loose. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I actually use it to just blend out the top of the black a little bit, even though it kind of is like a cut crease in this wing kind of liner. I still want the edges to be a little bit more diffused, and this was actually really great for that. I don't think that I would really use this to put color on my lids, simply because it's so soft. If you want a light wash of color, this particular brush would be really good. I didn't use this one either. This is really soft, so even though it is pointed kind of like the one from before, this one is a lot more stiff and this one has a lot more give. So I guess if you're trying to use a pigment that's really pigmented and you just want a little bit, this would be the brush for you, because it would definitely get in there and apply the color lightly, and you can build it up as you go, so you get a little bit more control with something that's very pigmented. Yeah, I didn't particularly use this one, but I do think that in the future I will use it. But this brush is really good for blending out, because it is a lot more soft than this guy, because this one is natural here and I think this one is synthetic. So yeah, those two brushes. And then moving on to the last one, this one is the Chisel shader and pointed smudger. I really do like this part. This one is the Chisel shader. I use this to actually pack color onto my eye, and if you've watched my videos, I have a classic shader brush, I think from BH Cosmetics, that is similar to this. The BH Cosmetics one is a bigger version to this, so this was perfect for picking up the color, especially colors that tend to be a little bit less pigmented, especially because I use my Jenny Rivera palette. You really have to dig your brush into it to get that color up, and this particular brush did a really good job. So I actually put my colors here on the inner like 1/3, and then on the center of my eyelid, and then I used the other brushes for the outside. This brush is great for that particular purpose. Hands down, I really do like this brush. It's quite nice. As for the other side, this is the pointed smudger. I didn't use this side. It seems a little bit scratchy to me. I don't know how I really feel about it, to be very honest. Oh no, you know what, I think I did use this one to apply color to my inner tear duct, this pop of silver you see going on there. I think I did use this one, not 100% sure, but if anything I will link the video and you can see. I get old and foolish, must be, I don't know. But anyhow, yes, this particular brush, excellent, love it for placing color on your lid. It is perfect. And this side, it seems a little bit scratchy to me, but I think I did use it to put the color on the inner tear duct, and I think I got some fallout. So all in all, I'd have to say I like this brush set. I was a little bit concerned because some of the reviews that I saw, it said that the brush quality wasn't very good. I did experience a little bit of shedding before I used them. I have not washed them after I've used it. Like if you know, I just did a quick little rinse before I used them, obviously. But I can't say that I had a huge set of shedding. I did have shedding though. I'm not gonna tell you like right now. I don't know if you can see that stray hair that's here on this one. But yeah, they're not, it wasn't a huge set of shedding or anything. Would I recommend this set? Yes, I would recommend this set to somebody who's now starting out. If you're somebody who's really into makeup, I think you might be a little bit disappointed with the quality of these brushes. They're not horrible by any means or anything like that, but they're not the best quality that is out there. you know, like anything like your Real Techniques brushes or anything like that. These are just gonna blow them away. Even the Makeup Geek brushes. I don't have any Makeup Geek brushes here. No. This is a good brush set for beginners, but for someone who is really into makeup, I think you might want to skip on it. I did like the idea of them being double-ended. That means that I have just 5 stems. I don't have to worry about 10 things knocking around. The only thing that I don't really like is the pouch. I shouldn't say I don't like the pouch. Rather, the pouch itself is nice and it's a great way to store these. You can put more brushes in it if you wanted to. However, I prefer to store my brushes standing up. Sorry for the focusing. It's getting really dark and my camera has problems focusing when it gets too dark. So I'm gonna wrap this video up quickly. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna store it in my Real Techniques brush set, because you know it folds now and it has some like other little what do you call this thing now, like elastic. So I'm just gonna actually store them in here with these brushes, because that is my preference. I prefer to have my brushes standing up as opposed to laying down. But if I'm traveling, I would definitely put all my brushes in this little pouch and go, no problem. So all in all, I have to say, if you're a beginner, yes. If you really like brushes and you want to try them, yes. But if you are a professional or somebody who's really into makeup and you have a big set of brushes, I would say you probably would want to skip on these. But I don't regret buying them. If I had to buy them again, yes, because I really did want to try them. They have some good things in here, but some of them are a little bit sketchy and I would have passed on them. But yeah, that is it for my little review slash tutorial kind of thing. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down below if you tried this set and if you liked it, and just remember to click like and subscribe, and I will see y'all guys next time. Bye.